Hello, and thank you for watching the second video version of the Podcomics webcast. I'm David. The guest in this episode is Deya Muniz, who makes Brutally Honest. Recently, Deya Muniz got picked up by Line Webtoon, which is good news for everybody, because now we can read her comics there, and now she can make more of them for us. In the segment you're about to watch, we are discussing what she is going to do for her next comic. Specifically, we're looking at lists of questions submitted to her by her readers. Here we go. Okay, so we know that in a couple of days you're going to go make a comic, and are you going to pull up your Google Keep list of ideas and then pick one?
I'm going to pull up my other Google Keep list of questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you mind if you, do you have that handy at all? I'm kind of...
Yes. I have my latest selection of questions.
I've never even done this. I've never ever made, because I can't. I've never made a comic that was like...
You can't.
Well, have you ever read my comic?
Yeah, it's nuts. But the thing is, you get the question, and then you make a comic that answers it, but not necessarily how people expect it.
I really liked the one that was, would you rather have telepathy or telekinesis? I liked that one a lot.
A lot of people like that, which is cool, because I didn't.
Well, okay. I think I like the way you answer the question, because you're like, okay, so telepathy would be great, except for that you're going to find out shit about yourself you don't want to hear.
Exactly.
And telekinesis would only be great because you can throw cabbages at people's heads.
Yeah, I actually asked people on Twitter, like, what would be a really cool object to throw at someone else? And someone said, like, a head of lettuce. And I was like, winner! Ding, 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 ding.
I'm glad that you said that, because I was wondering why in God's name it was a head of lettuce.
Because why not? I'm all for random
things. Right, sure.
Lettuce is good for you, except when you get struck by it. I guess.
All right, so let's see maybe a couple of these options that you have. We'll see. We'll try to figure out what you're going to do.
Okay, so a lot of people send me questions, and right now I have 5.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of people.
I can't count. Anyway, I have a few questions that I separated. I've probably received a few more since I last checked, so maybe it's going to be a completely different one that I haven't seen yet. But right now, I have a question by Chris Blackmouth. Asked me, what's the biggest challenge of a comic maker?
Mm-hmm. Pass.
Crown Daimyo. No, I can do something nice with that. I have ideas. The thing is, like, I used to do comics for the now long gone Tapastic support program.
Yep. God rest it.
Rest in peace. Yeah. And I used to, like, when a supporter reached the milestone, they'd send me a question and I had to answer it. It's like they sent me whatever they wanted and I had to answer it. So It was a bit trickier because I had to. If it was, like, a really difficult question to make a comic out of, because sometimes it's, like, a stupid question, but it's impossible to make it into a comic, but I had to figure it out. Now I just select the ones that I can already visualize when I read the comic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have that one, and Crown Daimyo asked me, if you were a meme, what would it be?
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Do you have any... Would you be that bear that's like confessional bear, or maybe like a bachelor frog?
Oh, foul bachelorette frog! I used to love that. There was a bachelorette one.
There's a bachelorette frog?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. It was so true.
Or like a bad luck Brian?
Nah, I'm not bad luck. I might go for obscure Brazilian memes because people seem to like it when I go for Brazilian stuff.
Yeah.
Like, either it's like funny and also like some culture. Yay! I'm basically school. But yeah, people like telling like, oh, that's funny because in my country people do this or that, and my Brazilian fans are like, holy shit, you're Brazilian! I had no idea. Which happens every time, but...
Brazil's an enormous country. There's like 150 million people, right? 180?
I have no idea, but we have the best memes. I'm just sorry, we have the best memes.
Are they the dankest?
No, because dank memes is an American thing.
Is that right? I don't know.
No,
I'm just
our
repeating
memes are
crap I've heard on the internet.
our memes are amazing, but I feel so bad because sometimes I want to share them on my comics Twitter, in which I only post in English. I want to share them, but like can't translate them. It doesn't work, and I'm so sad because I wish people would understand.
Well,
So good.
I would like to see one. Maybe sometime you will pick like the top 3 and try to explain them.
Yeah, I have a favorite I can think of right now. But the other questions that I'm thinking about doing, one is by Ariba, what starts a fight between you and Buck?
Boone. Did you just
Yeah.
mispronounce your boyfriend's name?
Yeah, because I'm so used to people just talking about it as if it's Bun doing the puns. Because do you see how easy it is to make to do a pun with Bun?
I guess. I mean,
Just because of that, yeah. So
because
anyway,
of fat? Because of ass?
No, because of that. I'm sorry. No, no, that would be weird. Because of fat.
Because of fat.
But yeah, what starts a fight between me and Boone?
Good.
Then Leber Oidua asked me, "How hardcore and intense are you?" Which
I think you could answer that with like a scale of like 0 to 10, and then just put you at like, I don't know. Would you say you're like a 9.5?
No, I'd probably break the scale because I often over-exaggerate about, how intense and hardcore I am. Like, I'm super hardcore, but don't put a cockroach in front of me.
Aw.
No cockroaches. And the last one I have here is from Leave Me Be Humans. Good name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pancakes or waffles, and I think the answer to that is obvious, but...
Pancakes?
Both.
You got good timing, you got good delivery.
Thank you.
You ever think about starting a podcast?
No, I never thought about that before, but that could work.
Okay, there you have it, guys. If you want to listen to the entire episode, please click the link. In addition, the Podcomics webcast can be found on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Remember to like, comment on, subscribe, and share the episodes. Well, until next time, bye-bye.